Mentor once again. What's up, 23% Nation? This is your man, Coach D. Today, I'm back with Mentor Monday. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to welcome you to my Mentor Monday video series, where basically I talk about my mentors. Now, for this video, I have 5 objectives. Number 1, I want to define what a mentor is. Number 2, I want to offer you a few of my tips known as Coach D's tips. Number 3, I want to state who my mentor is for this particular video. Number 4, I want to share a very important quote from them. And lastly, I want to give you 3 reasons why I either agree or disagree with whatever it is they are saying. So let's go ahead and dive just a little deeper. Number 1, let's define what a mentor is. Now, according to Google, a mentor is anyone who teaches or gives help and advice to a less experienced person. Now, that person can be me, it could be you, it could be a friend, a family member, or maybe even a close associate, such as a neighbor. Now, Coach D's tips. I want to offer you 3 tips. Tip number 1. Believe it or not, guys, it's okay to have more than one mentor. As a matter of fact, I recommend that we have health mentors, wealth mentors, and relationship mentors. Tip number 2, find yourself a physical mentor. Now, a physical mentor is any person, man, woman, doesn't matter, that you can actually meet face to face, heart to heart, eye to eye, and actually have a conversation with that person. Tip number 3 is to find yourself a virtual mentor. Now, believe it or not, a virtual mentor may have an advantage over a physical mentor in that this is someone, man or woman, that you have access to 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days of the year. Now, specifically, what am I talking about? I'm talking about anyone who has their own YouTube channel, or maybe they have their own podcast, or maybe they write a blog. This way, they are available to you morning, noon, and night. Now, for today's video, my mentor that I want to share with you happens to be Mr. Robert Kiyosaki. I consider him to be one of my money mentors. That's right, guys. Now, his quote is, "The lack of money is the root of all evil." I'll say it once again. The lack of money is the root of all evil. Now, the 3 reasons that I want to offer you today why I agree with this quote is basically surrounded around the fact of why people lack money. So, reason number 1, I agree. The lack of money is the root of all evil. Why? And it's simple. Most people choose to spend their money on liabilities, not assets. Now, very quickly, let's define what a liability is and what an asset is. According to Mr. Robert Kiyosaki, a liability is anything that takes money out of your pocket whether you work or not. Whereas an asset is anything that puts money in your pockets whether you work or not. Reason number 2, I agree. The lack of money is the root of all evil. Why? Is because most people become a product of their environment. So, if mom and dad were employees, chances are you'll be an employee. Now, one of the sad things about being an employee is that your income is always capped. So whether you work part-time, full-time, or even overtime, there is always a ceiling on how much money you can earn. Why? Because ultimately, you're exchanging time for money. And my 3rd reason is I agree. The lack of money is the root of all evil. And I'll tell you why. And it's because most people lack financial education. Yes, we may have a lot of academic and professional education, but we lack financial education. So let's determine if we lack financial education. Let's see if we can define the following terms: a financial statement, income statement, income, expenses, balance sheet, assets, and liabilities. Right? So if you can define those terms, believe it or not, you are definitely on the road to riches. Now, if you cannot, I highly recommend that you read not one, but two of Robert Kiyosaki's books. Number one is Rich Dad, Poor Dad, and number two is The Cash Flow Quadrant. Well, guys, that's all that I have for you today. Always remember, let's eat well, feel well, think well, do well, be well. This is your man, Coach D. I'm signing out. Always remember to take care, God bless, and never, ever forget that Coach D loves you.